Yeah, what's up, my good people? How you doing? Now, listen, this is Legally Bold episode 11, and today we're gonna be doing it in this amazing joint that if you're in Diani, you really need to stop by and check it out. This is Friki, Liki, Tiki, baby. So we're gonna be here. I have 3 more guests with me. You will be loving it. Engage in the conversation. Give us your opinion on the comment section, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Boom Scratch, and check out the Legally Bold podcast. I love you so much, guys, and thank you. What it do, what it did, what it done.
Man.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
Malik?
Doing awesome.
Wow, you people, let me tell you, this time is going down. Guess who we have with us tonight? Well, okay, I'll tell you tonight.
It's a daytime show. Kids allowed. A little bit.
Program
For
is
the
not
introduction,
Kabisa.
Yeah,
the introduction, then
yeah, so on my left, I have
SOS.
okay.
Legally Bold. We're in here tonight.
Right here,
We're speaking on different topics.
amazing.
Let's go.
Yeah, and on the other side we have.
You have Leeq Skyy in the house. Good to be here. Looking forward to an awesome time.
Tell me about that name. You know, I always know you as Malik, and then there's Leeq Skyy.
Leeq Skyy. It's a long story and a short one, like which one do you want?
Make it short.
Make it short?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so podcast, man.
Okay, fine.
No. Give it a short one. I'm just kidding. I wanted to give it a short one anyway.
The shorts are already fine. No, like Leeq Skyy is like my artist name. Like my actual name is Malik, but I go by Leeq Skyy because I make music. And Leeq Skyy came about like I used to be called Malik. Because when I first went to a group of people that I first started hanging out with after high school, they couldn't say Malik properly. They just say Malik instead. So it just stuck. And I just like it just became Malik. Yeah, it was Malik. Like Malachi in the Bible.
Malachi.
For real?
I didn't know that.
The prophet himself.
I know it. Malik and the prophet should be in the same sentence.
I know. Oh, are you judging me?
No,
Goodness.
and of course, I've been out for my co-host all the time. Yeah, I mean, truly just excited. I'm just super excited because of the way I know these conversations are going to be headed. South, north, east, you know.
Hopefully to a good place.
And, just, I always believe in, even if you don't have to agree, let's agree to disagree, reach halfway, whatever, order it makes sense.
Of course. I think it's important to have different perspectives.
Absolutely.
Different voices.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are people out there, someone is going to be reasoning with you, another one is going to be resonating with you.
Right.
And you're just picking out people's voice. You you an ambassador to somebody,
Most definitely.
Yeah, so that's what we're about. All right. So I'm going to, want to hear what you guys have been up to,
Okay.
If these are just not amazing human you're seeing here, that's not it. Well, they're amazing, but that's not just it. They do a lot of stuff, and one of them they're gonna be telling us what they do, especially in the music industry. Yeah, I know you do music. I know you do music.
Yes, sir.
Feed us up. Like, what's up? What are you doing? SOS.
So basically, I mean, I went on my music journey. It started about 3 years ago. I was in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I got back from Dallas. I definitely had a certain type of music that I grew up listening
Sorry,
to.
how long have you been in Dallas?
Man, I've been in Dallas for a long time, about 20 years.
Oh.
So I grew up in Dallas. I went to school
Alright.
in Dallas. I worked in Dallas, went to college in Dallas.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I kind of grew up on more of like hip hop, but like a dirty South vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so coming over here, I just kind of wanted to venture into music. And I had recorded some music in Nairobi a couple of years back. I kind of put that to the side because I felt like I had to hustle and get some money in my pocket. So I did that. I mean, like at some point, I was like, I got to get some money right now.
Yeah.
So I kind of followed that path. And then coming to Diani was just kind of like, it was a really good breath of fresh air because like you come over here, you see the karaoke vibes, you see the reception. Entertainment's kind of like has its own little vibe vibe over here. So when I came over here, I started recording again. And fortunately, the people I'm around have been like pushing me to
I am one person who's had
most definitely.
Yeah, and I really love what you're doing. You come to my karaoke and you know, just perform as oh my god.
Yes.
You know, like
Soul Breeze was always a
Seen one of
vibe.
those.
Soul
Right?
Breeze is always a vibe.
Yeah.
Most
And I understand you two know each other, right?
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Have you like worked together musically?
We worked together New Year's Eve.
He doesn't want to come
What
to
was
the
that
studio.
Really, like I said, I got so much going on.
Okay.
But I feel like I need to cut a little bit more time. But I definitely saw him perform New Year's Eve, and it was impressive. And yeah, that was at the Safari Beach Hotel event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're hosting, yeah?
Yes, most definitely. It was a vibe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I think it's the next impact.
oh yeah.
Where were you guys on New
We were
Year's?
not there. We missed that.
Were you like somewhere else, like Nairobi or
I
something?
wasn't there.
It was
Personally, I
live.
wasn't
I'm
It
not
was
gonna
lit
lie
as
to you.
fuck,
It was
yeah.
live.
Wait, was it? Yeah, I think I was.
You ain't there.
I think 10% and I just forget whatever was happening. You
When
know?
what's happening, and you guys are long to celebrate New Year's?
We do, but sorry for another day.
I'm like, is it the time clock hitting? You know what I'm saying? Guys are like, fuck it, it's just another year or whatever.
And you're wondering, when are you going to get over talking about this?
I think my last 2 New Year's Eve have been in Diani on this beach road.
Right?
And it's always a vibe.
Yeah.
It's all What's up, Bob? Like,
Actually, talking of which, the last 2 New Year's Eve up in India, somehow I'm listening.
Yeah. Why so boring on New Year's?
That's why I say.
But defend yourself. You know you miss boom. That's not good for your reputation.
Are you ready for this?
The boom of New Year's is a cup of coffee at night.
to be honest, though, in your defense, right? So that event was 3 days. I was emceeing all 3 days. 6 to 8 hours a day.
Whoa.
So now by the final night, I know there was going to be a late night push, right?
Yeah.
So I think I emceed for like 6 hours. I even took a shower, came back, and then emceed through the evening.
Yeah.
Took everybody through the countdown at midnight.
Yeah.
And then at like some point at like 2 a.m., I was still emceeing, and I was like, I'm gonna call up. I'm not going to get in yours. So me, like, even at like 2 o'clock, people were still coming to perform. I slid out.
Yeah.
I was like,
You must have been fatigued.
I had an hour. Most definitely. Most definitely.
And I was sure we wasn't planning on getting any rest anyway that night. So it was square. No, just the night. That night of 31st. The 30th, I was chilling.
Yeah.
I don't party like that, by the way. People have a weird
because I
misconception
think
of
like
me or
you
something.
really party so.
So if he doesn't party like that,
you see?
How do you party?
I don't know if it's like how I come across or something, you know?
Most
But
like personally,
if you
it's
don't
where
party, you
I
might
met
I look forward to Sunday mostly,
One
you
of the
know?
first time I met
Church.
you were partying.
So what? Oh, no, that was just my cousin was around. And you know how they are. They always want to make you do stuff.
Like, cousin was around. You know how they are.
You know the cousins.
Yeah, only my cousin.
I'm sure you didn't even remember when that was, but he has this exclamation put aside.
Absolutely, I do remember. It was that one night over there, right?
One night.
That one place that we were at.
Which place?
I thought I smoked like more weed. Looks like you the one who doesn't remember. Honestly.
It's like I know what you're doing, and you just want to say anyway.
No, it's
tell
always
us about
bad,
anyway.
so.
Just tell us what you've been up to in music, because I also think you're a person in the end.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been doing music for a long time, man. But currently working on. I got a new single coming out. It's called Katamaji. We shot the video a couple of months ago, but we're releasing it in May.
Okay, you said it's called
Katamaji.
Katamaji.
You know what thing that amazes me about you is when I interact with you. I think in my head I'm expecting hip hop kind of music, crunk kind of music.
Yeah.
And then I watch your music, I'm like, oh wait a minute, okay, you guys can do Swahili,
No, I do hip hop too as well.
You know, like, do you have some reggae now?
Don't have a raga jam. Not there yet. You know, but
a good R&B vibe.
Yeah.
Is what I've heard.
not there yet. I mean, it's mostly like hip hop, you know, Afro R&B fusion and type
Afro
shit.
R&B,
You know?
yeah.
So that's what I've been mostly making. But I mean, as an artist, I consider myself just fluid. I can make anything. It just depends on the inspiration.
Oh yeah.
And right now, that's the inspiration I'm on, the whole Afro vibe type shit. But yeah, we got that single coming up, and then later on in June, we got an EP coming up with me and my boy, Danny Mills. He also makes music. He's also a producer. So that's gonna be like a 5-track EP. Yeah, for sure. So you never know. I'll ask him, and when you got some time, we'll pull up. Yeah, maybe when we release the EP, we'll come to the show and show guys the videos and whatever, vibe out.
This is a platform where we definitely promote our artists. You're having a new EP release. I mean,
actually, it's just our link up is like for artists. Basically, I'm an artist, like an artist.
Well, we started out right. We got 2 artists in the building. I think we got 4 right here.
It's
If they could give us an instrument right now, we can vocals, the chorus, the bars.
I thought you were about to ask us to freestyle, Rick. I'll be like, okay, fuck it, let's go. Easy. Get out the way to the content to see that type of shit.
That brings me to the point where like an artist, I have had so many excuses. You once asked me, I remember that part night when you mentioned me, like, why am I hearing music? Where are you projects? What are you doing? And I had a couple of explanations and just justifications that were not making sense to you. And I feel like so many artists do that, like you caught up in a moment and life is catching up with you and you're just prioritizing other things, focusing on music, and you're like, finances, things, like you say.
I know the feeling.
That's kind of where I am.
Yeah.
Because
you feel like
when I kind of first put my first pieces together, it was just kind of like loose music.
Yeah.
So coming into it now, like I'll put an LP together.
Yeah.
There's some newer music. And it's called Growth and Development, and it kind of I feel like it's a growth from like the old music I was putting out to the new music I was putting out, and I'm still recording now. But I feel like music is something that you have to give your all into. You can't really half step, and I feel like you have to follow a process. So I'm kind of in that area where I'm just working on something I love and try to see how serious I am about following this process.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I was just talking with Danny about this the other day, and it's more like, you just have to make a decision. It's just like anything in life, You choose what you want to do. Like with music, it's like considered like that kind of out there fat, I suppose. It's not like going to get a job or something like that. So it's like outside the box. So if you're gonna do it as a hobby, that's cool and all, but it's more like it depends on individuals as well. I mean, I can't speak for the other man, but for me, it's more like I just made a decision, and I'm still making that decision every day. Like, as much as this is a hobby, I want to make something out of it. I want to make a career out of it. I want to get some bands out of it because I know it's possible. Like, I have so much evidence of its possibility around me. Like, I have no doubt that it's possible. So it's all about just, I guess, just zeroing in on what you do want and just walk around, leave everything else on the side, because that's the only way. That's the only way I think you can ever get anything achieved. You gotta like zero in on.
And I feel like a lot of people are in the instant gratification game. So it's something like this. You gotta build it up organically.
Yep.
You gotta build it up through word of mouth, through relationships, through all of these.
And that's the hardest process for most of us to go past.
Because I know first when I recorded, I wrote this shit down. I got in the booth, I recorded. I was like, God damn, this shit is fire. It's over. Game is over. Uploaded this shit.
I think that's
and you're like,
playful in a sense, right?
You're like, So I think for me, the instant gratification was like taken away. But it's a process, and you got to work through it, and you got to build through it, and you got to work on your craft.
You
got to work on your writing.
It can be overnight.
You want to freestyle, you got to sit there and work on your freestyle.
I think we all have that.
It always looks overnight though. The story of the overnight thing. It's not that it's not overnight. Like even the people that are coming up now that you see, half of them didn't just start singing or rapping the other day. They've been probably doing it for years. It's just that now they finally figured out, and also like, the universe is aligned for them, and it's that time for them to shine. And I think,
and talking about the universe, doing this to them, that brings me to the, one of the things I really wanted us to talk about today, and I'm excited about. So do you believe in the law of attraction with the universe, like where you meet so many people who encourage you, tell you, of course you have to really work hard, but you can be working hard and your thoughts are there doubting. You're like, oh my God, am I really doing the right thing? Am I going to get something out of that? Then someone is going to come there and tell you, can you just align your thoughts, and somehow the universe is gonna catch you. You're gonna get everything you want. It's not also gonna happen overnight, but it's something that once you start working on it, you put your thoughts on it, and you're like, I know this is what I want to achieve.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Do you believe that?
I feel like I feel like manifestation is very real.
Manifestation.
I feel like if you want something, if something's gonna happen, if we're gonna open this restaurant bar right here, if we're gonna do this over here, before any of that takes place, it has to take place in your mind.
Your mind.
So what you find is like your mind actually creates reality, and from there, like, what's the next step? A lot of people dream, a lot of people have thoughts, a lot of people have great ideas, but the next step that a lot of people really don't do is initiate action. So when you start initiating action and you put it into reality, but it all starts with manifestation. It all starts with energy. You're going to attract what you are. If you're living a tumultuous life, you're going to attract tumultuous energy. Maybe if you're more used to a toxic life and you start exhibiting other behaviors into a more healthy life, you'll start seeing that the things, the people, energies you're attracting, like, change.
But you know, there's something I've realized. While I don't want to use the word struggling, but while I'm focusing on my positive thoughts and they're taking
Which is clearly a struggle, right?
and they're taking forever to be, to like implement and come to be. Whenever I entertain a negative thought, man, within the shortest time, the most, it just stops to be. You know what I mean? For instance, I'm there focusing like, I want to build an empire. I want to do things. So I have to focus. So it involves a lot of stuff to get there, okay? The journey is quite long. The process is quite long. But the moment you just focus on, let me just say a stupid thing like, oh gosh, I think I'm lonely. I want a guy. All of a sudden, a guy just pops up nowhere. Some toxic guy.
And it's like the worst situation.
I'm like, you don't have to give me a shoulder to I'm like, why did this guy pop up so fast? It's an example. Why did the guy pop up so fast? I wish the empire would have popped up first time and the guy popped up.
So manifesting, interesting. I mean, that's
but I'm manifesting both of the things.
I think also it's availability of the resources around. It's very, it's
availability of resources, you say.
Very technical.
The right thing takes time to heal. You need provide the money, the people to run it, but for a man, it's just for
the money that's available. So the universe is always ready to.
For when you get the resources which are available for you, when you now manifest it, it comes to thing.
No.
Let me see if I understand you correctly. So you're saying you have to wait for the resources to be available so that you can be able to manifest?
No.
What's
Like, because you're not manifesting the same because she's manifesting how much of the manifesting them at the same time. So, like you're doing the manifestation, but now, like the resources that are around you, they're gonna provide you with what is there for you at that particular moment. Like
so this one is saying the empire.
It will still come, but the resources are not there yet.
The resources are not available.
So don't stop.
I feel like you have to take steps on faith, though. So look at this from this perspective. Let's say the four of us have a brilliant idea of how we can make money on a platform or we create an app or something, right? We say, if we put this idea on paper, PowerPoint, plan everything, we can start this company and make money, but we don't have the funding. So do we wait for the funding to come to start putting the planning together? No, we sit down, we put all that planning together. We do that shit for 3-4 months
we need to do this
so well to the point where you have a product you can present to find that money. So when you I feel like when you take steps in faith, the universe also shows you favor and luck. People say luck. Luck comes to the prepared. You know what I mean? If I'm prepared for this, I have a better chance to be good. I have a better chance to put myself in positions to succeed. So I think also taking steps of faith as well, and then moving on action. Like I said, that's the biggest one. You can dream all you want. If you don't show action, nothing's gonna happen.
I like that because it's true. I mean, because your main point is you have to back it up with action, you know. And for me, like when I really think about the law of attraction, because it's something I practice all the time, and it's been working.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I don't know how everybody practices it, the way I do it or not, but we can discuss maybe how everyone looks at it, maybe their own perspectives. But for me, it's more it's like a practice of awareness more than anything. You know what I'm saying? It's a practice of being aware of what's going on within your space and actively choosing what to desire and ignoring what you don't. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, whatever you spend the most energy on will be the most prevalent force that moves you into action at all.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the difference between not people. It's not that people don't know what they have to do. I feel like most people have a lot of dreams, have a lot of desires, and they want to see those desires come true. And they probably have an idea of the steps they need to take, but they're probably entertaining ideas of why they can't take those steps more than they're entertaining to entertain the possibility and the joy of making those steps happen.
Oh my! Wait a minute. They're probably entertaining the ideas of how they will not.
Yes, a lot
Instead
more.
of
Yeah,
instead of entertaining.
yeah, of how the possibility,
possibility.
and the joy of it actually finally coming to pass.
Oh my goodness! A wise
Yeah.
man once said. Oh my God!
I'm just
That's how you go down in the lake.
I'm a farmer. You know what I mean? On weekends.
I'm just
Get out of here! yeah. Sorry to digress.
It's cool. No, I mean, I just like it because it's because I think
But
about
that's
it.
where people
Yeah.
go wrong. Most
Yeah.
of the time, but I've literally read a book that was talking about how something starts from your idea, like you say, then you're gonna speak it out. Then you need to take the maybe probably write it down and then now plan it, then execute it. You know, like most definitely
And I feel
the
like
action based. You know?
Execution is the most important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also think the ideas, this was the most also because that's where it was born. You know?
And another thing that I think is very important when you come to like law of attraction, manifesting, and creating things that you want in your order in your mind is journaling. Journaling, writing the stuff down. Like for me, like if I put something on paper, it's gonna happen.
Oh, for real?
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
And like even just meditating your day before waking up and be like, you know what, I'm gonna wake up, drink some coffee, meditate. I'm gonna go for a run. These are the 3 things I need to get done today. So like you can do that the night before, and like if you wake up with such clarity. It's like you wake up and you're like, oh, okay, like you're.
No, I agree with you. There's so many days whenever I do actually, so I just break down the things I really need to do. Somehow it flows so well. But most of the days when I just wake up, the day just ends. So tell me, do you think it also works in? Can you ask for the kind of
I think it works in literally everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it working for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as far as what I want to focus on, because, you know, again, it's all about your focus. You can't manifest the whole world. Like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? You have to manifest a desire. You know what I mean? Yeah. A desire within your own space that has to do with you. You know what I mean? You can't mess with other people's energies. They have their own right to manifest their lives as well. You know what I mean? So when it comes to like, even like manifesting a partner for me is more like loving myself so much, having so much to share within me that someone as wholesome as I am will vibrate on my level and eventually can lead to something. But it's not like I want it so much, because one thing you realize, you know what you want, you can have. But the wanting also is a thought that separates you from your desire. Sometimes the wanting has to, once you put your desire forward, you kind of have to like have the confidence that for as long as I vibrate on this and I act on this, it's done. So you no longer want it. It's already finished. You're just reaching to it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not a want for you, because if it's a want, you're telling yourself that you don't understand that the desire is done. You're telling yourself that you don't understand your awareness of what you put forth and what you need to do it, to get it done. You know, that's what you're telling yourself by saying that I want it, because what do you mean you want it? You already have it. You know, you put it forth, and deep inside of you, even just within your mind, you know the steps you need to take. And all you have to do is just focus on the joy of your desire achieved and just vibrate from there. And trust me, you're going to have the motivation to make a move.
So the belief also has to be heavy from
From
internally.
yes. And the faith.
It actually has to be concrete. You have to know that it is done. The only thing left is just this space between, and sometimes I think the distance between where you want to go and where you are is the alignment between your action taking and the desire itself. I say, let me put it simple. Say, let's pick a goal. Like, let's say I own this restaurant, right? And I want to, in the next 90 days, I want to do like one really big event that's gonna get my sales popping and I have my sales numbers and all, right? The thing that's gonna make me be able to go faster to that goal. Okay, there's a date here now, but let's just say within this year I want to do that, right? I don't even have a date, but as soon as I'm ready for it, as soon as I got everything ready, I'll do it, right? So the thing that will make it sooner or faster is very dependent on like starting from where you want to end at and seeing that in its entire detail. Like, you know exactly what you want. You can see it. You can see the sales numbers. You can see the attendance. You can see the performances being dope in your mind. You see people having fun. You see people ordering food, like within your restaurant space. How you can see it. You're even there, like, ha. So I know this is what I want. You even have it written down, right? Yeah. Now the only difference is you have to now align yourself where you are with the everyday steps you know that will lead you there, because those steps are automatically made once you're there. Once you know the numbers, you know your numbers are 10,000 every month, right? And you're trying to make 100,000 in let's say in X amount, right? You know the effort that it takes you to do that. You're gonna have to do some marketing. You're gonna have to better your efforts on all fronts. You're gonna have to like look for new ways of, doing things or reaching out to people. Maybe make some connections with all the promoters and teachers out here to hype up that one event. There's actions you have to take. And the more you focus on the joy of its completion, you will feel that motivation of like, okay, I'm doing it, because your focus is on the possibility of it happening.
So that even if you're spending on marketing or something, you'll not be like,
No, you're doing it because you're like, this is what's going to take me there.
You're so excited.
You're even happy to pay the money to do it because you know your joy is being fulfilled. And as you take the step, you know that you're reaching towards it. The completion is in the steps. The confidence comes in the steps. It's not that it's not there. It recharges you because it shows you in real time that your dream is alive. Here you are, you're going through it.
Because you don't forget that self-doubt is like, it's still there. It will come true because when you're playing, self-doubt is going to hit one, right? So the confidence of believing it.
Taking it back like 2 steps, I think you were talking about like the law of attraction in regards to like relationships and stuff like that. So for me, I also believe like you can know what you want. You can say that is what I want, but you're still in those situations, relationships, friends, you're going to attract what you are.
Okay.
So at that point, like you said,
which is always the case.
It's a trip, it's a process, and everything. But at the end of the day, you're going to attract what you are. So if you're like exhibiting lower profile, like if you have a bad diet, you don't work out, and you're not financially stable, and you're mentally unhealthy, how are you gonna attract a high value friend or a high value woman or a high value man?
But you talk about a high value man and woman. It's kind of interesting that you bring it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Cool. But you know me, I find it so funny. Like I see so much content online, and everyone's so interested in being a high value man and a high value woman, as if that's the goal of life, right? And it's interesting because I don't know what the description of a high value man or a high value woman is. And where do
you draw the line?
To me, what it is,
woman, I mean like a woman that walks with substance. A woman that knows how to carry herself. For me, a woman that, you know what I mean? A high value man is a man who has gentlemanly gentlemanly actions, or acts in a specific way. When I say value, I don't necessarily mean financial value. So I don't.
But it's still important, though, right?
It's
for me, I feel like the value that can only be universal, and like maybe for me, like just to kind of like put a knot on the topic, is like a high value man or woman is someone who can move in their lives and get the things that they desire based on the skills that they have acquired. That is a high value person. Whether they have a relationship with a man or woman, whether they're heartbroken, divorced, no. If you have the ability to move your life in the direction you want, you're a high value person. Whether you're a man or a woman, it does not matter. Because you know how to get what you want. And you get it. You know, I feel like we accidentally sometimes place importance on others a little too much. I feel like the world is a big mirror.
There's a lot of distraction.
It's a big mirror.
I think it has come to a discussion of people like that discussing the value topic so much that now they're taking a lot of things to critique it, and they're messing up the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not a genuine sort of value anymore. It becomes like, if say, for example, you're watching like a Red Pill channel, a high value man from what's, they say it's like you have to have lots of money, you have to like cheat on all the women you have because you have money and options, because that's what a man should do. That's what I'm saying. Like the definition is jumbled.
Like, no, I have somebody. I respect that somebody. This ain't for everybody.
And but also you can still be the one that cheats, but that doesn't make you less high value, because if that's the characteristic that the high value man cannot be like too ambiguous if we're going to have a conversation around it, because if everyone has a perception on how they're looking at it someone is looking at it from just, if he cheats, no. He's not a high value man. So for them, that might be a biggest factor for value. You know what I'm saying? But then to another person, it might be like, as long as he's maybe taking care of the family, I don't mind. If he cheats, it's whatever. So for them, they're placing a value on his ability to still care for his family despite his
so it's not financial,
little, weaknesses he may have on the other side.
And that makes
it's not. What I feel is it is your ability to move your life in your own personal desires that you set forth. Your ability to be able to put a desire forth and achieve it. And if you're the person who, regardless of your character, because that is your character. The other character that people might want you to think is in relation to others. And also, if you're going to come in a conversation, there's that other person too. It's never just about me. I'm going to reflect what I am, and they're going to reflect what they are.
I definitely feel character comes into question. Yeah. Because when I pick my people that, okay, I'm getting into a relationship with you, you're going to be a higher character person.
Because you have worked on yourself.
But only speaking, let me finish from relationship perspective, though.
If you're my friends, or if I intend to go into business with you or anything like that, you need to be a person of high character. I'm not just going to keep fuck niggas around me and like...
Can I ask you a question about that point? So you can elaborate a bit. And let's say, for example, you want to go to business, right? You know, and you have a pastor who is a potential pastor, a potential partner for your business. Very straightforward guy, morally upright, loves Jesus to death and back. You know what I mean? And then you have another person, let's say, who's like, just a dude, loves chicks, goes out parties, but his business acumen is straightforward, straight to the money, track record straight. But the pastor, not so much. But he's a greater guy. No. You know what I mean? No, so at that point, what value, you're going to place the value based on your intention. Because your intention at that point is business. So if you be the kind of guy that says, oh, you know what, this guy's a little too much, like yesterday, I know he has a wife, and yesterday at the club he was hitting on the waitresses and so I don't like his character. He seems like this, but his business acumen is proven. If you're going to ignore his business acumen and choose to do that, you're failing to achieve your own mission, because your mission is business.
Character can be quite broad, because if this person, this person cannot relate well with other people. Forget about cheating and all stuff. If this person has a character that cannot even relate with other people, how are you going to do business with this person?
Okay, let me answer that very, very easily.
Yeah. We gotta put like the human value first. Yes. You know, like you yourself, you define the kind of value you want to like. So you're gonna be that value first, not you gonna attract it. So like the kind of value me I define may be different from you. Because let's be honest, we're not operating the same kind of energy. Because let's go go back to the manifestation topic. Like whatever you manifest, now gonna manifest. So the kind of character you're gonna be dominating in the world is gonna be controlled even like the kind of mentality you have.
Exactly. It's a very personal thing. It's for everybody to decide for themselves.
The kind of value put in maybe even in a person. Yeah. There's a mina value love. No, I'm saying about any service I'm saying, like how much there's to me to gain value like from you. Like I wanna get,
and there's no sin in that. That's how they find their value.
So I think everybody has their own value. It's I think it's so debatable.
Yes.
We cannot generalize it.
Yeah. That's the point I was trying to make.
You cannot generalize it, because the way he was saying, if you meet a pastor and a gangster, if they wanna run something and a business run, like they're gonna talk on the business. Then when you go to your church, you go to my gangster.
Yeah, and everybody does what they do.
It's the value that.
But I'm never doing business with a pastor.
Oh, tell us about what happened with you and the pastor. You have some memories. It looks like you're reminiscing choices you've made in the past, and you were just letting us know what you've decided.
Don't get me, oh Lord, all the pastors out there, I love you so much. I'm a Christian, yo. I love my pastor.
No pastors. Y'all are scrubs to her.
I'm a Christian. Don't get me wrong.
You want a bad boy, toxic niggas. There's a poster right here for you.
Red flag. Yeah. I'm living a red flag.
I think we're also getting to that point, like, as a collective, like, people, that people see, like, what religion is. It's kind of more like, I feel like it's kind of more of a blinding factor.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, see, an ant, when it's born, knows what to do. It knows what to do. A mango tree, when it sprouts, knows that it's a mango tree, and it knows that it's gonna yield mangoes. And so, like, we come with a natural order in us. So I feel like religion is kind of just like, why do we have to have a book to tell us how to live? We should really know how to live the natural order.
Yeah. And just to mention in that, of course, what I believe in, like, not to digress. I believe religion and spirituality are totally different.
Exactly.
So that's why I would like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying pastors are bad. Actually, I'm a Christian. I do go to church and I'm hoping, why are you laughing like that? My pastor doesn't get to watch it.
And do you want to know what I want to say about it?
Because
Thank you. I was just gonna. Sorry.
what
We're
happened to
gonna
the light?
beep this out.
What happened to the light?
Let's make them.
That's what.
I think I don't know that.
But I also believe like
What, is it
okay,
me?
I believe like whatever you have to do to live your most productive life
Just
should be
chill.
in your hands if you do it.
And that's why I felt character for me usually is the most important thing. Whatever you choose to believe in, however you choose to, to interact with the spiritual life, it's none of my business.
And you know,
like I'll not be there saying, he's a Muslim, I'm a Christian, I can't work. He put this in it. I don't want to get that.
Oh, he cheats on his wife. So I won't work it.
and I think
Well, that much.
Oh, is that too much of a sin?
I think you use for better
I don't know.
I
You
don't
can-
cheat, by the way.
even cheat,
I'm just
man.
bringing some nuance to the conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah, the cheaters have rights too.
Every humans.
Hey, look. Okay, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't cheat. That's my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, what?
No. Like my previous girlfriend. Yeah, she broke my heart, man. Like,
Who broke whose heart?
she broke mine.
Someone broke your heart?
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Wait,
No,
have one?
it has to be you.
Why? See, I told you guys, I'm always judged. I'm just a nice guy who's trying to like find a nice woman, to love and cherish. But here I am, folks.
Debatable.
Yeah.
Very
That brings
debatable.
me to-
The judgment that I am feeling is palpable. I said.
That makes me want to know, so what's your drawing when it comes to when you're relating to another human being? What's the point? You're like, I cannot take
Roll on and that.
this.
Like when I'm relating to
That's a
others.
deal.
Oh, me and Eazy going, man. I'll tell you right now. Like
Okay.
I'm the most understanding person because I believe everyone is here for their own journey.
Yeah.
And I really respect everyone's journey. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like it might not be mine. I just respect the fact that what I see and believe is based a lot on my own past experience and my own beliefs that I picked up along the way. And it's very unique to me. That's why, in fact, I like to interact with people just to gain insight on the things I don't know. Because I really think we don't really know. Like, I don't really know what's going on in your head other than what you're telling me. You can curate a really good image and put up some really good words and make it look all right, but maybe different is another story in there.
Yeah.
We're trying to be as honest as possible. And in all honesty, I feel like I allow people to do whatever they want to do. If it doesn't match my energy or what I want to experience in my life, I remove myself. But as far as people that I keep close to me are the people that we kind of have mutual things that we vibrate on. And those are the ones that I call friends.
There's a conversation I
Yeah.
had with you, and actually, it's the one that triggered me to wanting us to talk about it.
Yeah.
You told me that, at some point, you're like, according to you, there is no bad. Point can you say this person is bad? Because like maybe whatever they're going on whatever is going on in their life at that point,
Yeah.
it needed to happen for them to be able to know that, this is the level I shouldn't go past this, and this is what I need to do to focus on the right things to do. And so who am I to say that this person is a bad person, So that got me thinking. So if that's the case, so should there be a breaking point? Like, this is it.
A breaking point for who?
When you're like,
When you're interacting with someone and you're feeling like they're doing something that you don't like,
yeah.
there shouldn't be a breaking point. As soon as you find that they're doing something you don't like, and you by nature of maybe trying to help and be good, you offer your energy and help, and say maybe they deny it, you just leave them alone because clearly they have their own thing to figure out, and it's not you. It's not your job to fix people. Just go do your own thing.
A lot of people.
Yeah, when they're ready, someone will pull up and help them out. There's 8 billion people out here, and we all have the power to connect with each other at any given moment.
I feel like a lot of times, like we look at our what happens in our reactions with people, and they're like, "Oh, what happened?" A lot of going on. So like, just have to, like you said, be on an honest platform with them and just give them the opportunity and just give everybody a chance.
But would you say that someone really? And what is at this point? What is mean
to be
wrong?
honest,
You have to define that first. You can't just ask that like that.
No,
What do you mean wrong in what way?
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that because when you say that, I'm actually referring to that conversation we had. Sorry, but not this guys. But there's that conversation that has still been so clear in my mind, and it opened up my eyes, and I saw things right. Until I looked at so many people maybe in my life, I feel like man, this person did me wrong, and from that point, he's a bad person, you know? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a saint. The times I've told people, man, that guy did me wrong, that did me. I feel like she was
Saint, huh?
I mean, I feel like
I'm close to the same. I'm close to the same more than
She's
the
a good
girl.
girl. Let's go.
definitely to have boundaries and like understand who people are, you know, and understand what they've exhibited before. Now, for you to like act wrong to them, act different to them, I think that's kind of a reflection on you. So if you feel like somebody's crossed the boundaries, feel free to just fight out the
And
situation.
would you
peacefully.
consider this ain't good fits, y'all?
I mean, like, most definitely, like, I had a homeboy, like, hit me up the other day on Messenger. One of my homeboys from, like, 7 years ago in Dallas. Like, we done a lot of dirt together. We done a lot of shit together. A lot of shit together.
Lot of dirt, eh?
And I was like, one of those
Go ahead for it.
you get. I mean, we was out there in them streets. I'm not gonna lie, and we had a lot of shit going on at that
Putting in that
time.
work.
I mean,
A
lot of-
I've been looking up for you.
man, that's back in the day. But anyway, so like, I got a message from him. I was like, oh. I was like, nah, like, I can't afford to let that type of energy back into my area, and I'm doing so well.
But did you get to know what he meant with
but like, we've known each other so well. We went to high school together.
You don't think
we
he's
hustled
probably
after high
changed and
school
he was just
together.
checking?
It's cool if he has, and it's the best for him, and I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
But you don't
wanna
necessarily get a
get
seat at the table again. You know, I've made my house. I've made my bed.
Yeah.
It's not just for anybody to come in here at any time. I think what I said was high value, and it kind of like took things out of perspective. What I was trying to say was high character. So like, I feel like it's something that I deserve now, to be able to be around people I trust. Because for so long I was around people I didn't trust, doing untrustworthy things. So when I've gotten to this point, like I said, it's a reflection. I can be in jail and I say, I want a badass house. I want a badass woman. I want all this shit. I want the money and the business and the fame. But until you start to take action in your life, you're just going to receive your reflection. Until you get to that point, you will see these things coming. And for me, when I feel like I've done a good job and I've gotten to a certain point, there's so far to go still. I can't just let any energy into my home. You know what I mean? And you have to be very cognizant of that. But like I said, at the same time, you can't be full of resentment, waiting to like hurl stones at people that hurt you in the past. They say when you do that, resentment's like a hot coal. It's just burning you. You're just sitting there waiting, but it's burning you up. So at some point, you have to like kind of let that energy go. But at the same time, like when I saw that message, I was like, oh,
Okay. You didn't even say that.
Oh no, I was like, nah. I was like, I'm gonna see that right there. You know? And you gotta protect yourself, man.
I hear
You
you.
know, me, I feel one thing, yeah? It's quite simple, but it's hard. The simplest things are the hardest, which is weird. But it's something that I've come to understand, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
the way women are the simplest things to understand, but you still make it so hard.
I didn't do that course, but you know, send me like a link or something. I don't know about that one. But it's all about, I think if everyone was able to do personal assessments on themselves, people wouldn't care so much about the energy that comes. Because if you can work on your energy enough and vibrate at the place that you want to be, or the place that you like yourself, the place that you love yourself to be, you're only going to attract the same as you are. So if everyone can do the work, we can naturally attract each other to our naturally aligning energies. So, but people don't want to work for themselves because everyone wants to blame everyone else. Everyone wants to say, because of that, that's why I feel like this. Because of that is why I no longer do such and such. And it's cool to make such decisions, but that means you're not healed. There is a wound. Not a lesson was learned, but a wound was created, and that wound is still hot and heavy.
So that I would really want to know, like, when I hear from his perspective, it makes sense.
No, it does. I'm not even saying it does not.
That's why we're here, to agree, disagree, challenge and everything. This is the thing. So I really wanted to hear the perspective, actually, of what you think when you did with your homie, and then you did some kind of things that maybe were not really, acceptable. You've grown, you've worked on yourself, you're in a different space in life right now, and then your homie comes back just checking out on you, and you're like, you know what, the moment probably I hit up on this guy, I know we probably just he's likely to take me back there, or I'm likely to just tap into that energy that we were in at that time, and I focus so much on myself. I don't want to get back.
Oh no.
Or do you feel you should be strong enough? You're independent. Say hi to him, and be like,
Me personally, like everyone that's ever heard me in my life that I can think of right now, they're forgiven, and it's not this. It's for me. It's for me to take it as a lesson that you can't sometimes fully trust. Sometimes you have to be cautious, but it doesn't take away my trust or openness. And especially like if I haven't seen you in a long time and I've done my healing and I'm done with it. Sometimes I'm not done with my healing. And maybe if I see you, maybe I just have recollections of it and it's a trigger, and that's okay. Maybe I'm still in my healing process. And
but let's talk about those people that you did shit. Forget about
me doing shit stuff to people or people
with
do
them.
to me.
Like you probably did something. We have that
You're like,
time
what's the
in
question?
life.
I want to understand what you're trying to understand.
What I'm asking is, let's say there's this time in life where you probably didn't care much about whatever you did in life, and like you said, he was so many. We used to do some shitty stuff, like they play daddy or whatever. That's what I'm saying. This is the person probably who did crime. I'm not saying you did crime. He did crime. Yeah, like you're connected with you.
Imagine me, I always give a chance because I would want to say I haven't seen him in a while, for example. I would like, and maybe the
you wouldn't feel like he's taking you back to.
No, I mean, I don't know what he's been up to. I mean, if we did, if I'm making a choice to live, say, a life of crime, let's say I'm in crime, like a guy, whatever, right? And let's say I'm making a decision to no longer be in our life because I want to manifest something else for myself. And I made the decision yesterday. And then he calls me today asking to hang out. Yeah, trust me, I'm not going to pick up that call. Because this is just yesterday, and I just decided I'm going in a different direction. And we didn't decide to go in a different direction with him. He might still want to be on that direction. And I know that because we were just there yesterday. But if it's been 6 months or something, and he hits me up but doesn't tell me, as long as he's not telling me straight up like, hey, I'm hitting you up for what we used to do, like right now, pull up, are you down? If that's the case, then back. Because that's no longer what I want to manifest for myself. Nothing against you. Go ahead. Manifest your jail time. Good for you. Right? Because that's what you want to do, and you have a right to live your life as you choose. So for me, it's more like if you come into my energy and you're coming in with a different spirit, and for me, I don't know, maybe I'm lucky, but I feel like I really get a feel of people's energy a lot, I just kind of get a feeling. I don't know what it is, but if the feeling is like, okay, bro, like, I know we used to do some shit and whatever, but I'm over that, me, I'm into this now, da, 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 da. If we align still on my new path, you have a chance. Until you can prove me wrong, you always have a chance, and you will forever always have a chance until you prove yourself wrong.
I hear you. Absolutely. Yeah. That's a good thing. Yeah. So I think you answered my question, because that's what, for him, he felt he doesn't want to answer that.
Well, for me, no, most definitely. Yeah. So I feel like it depends on what you've been through. It depends on where you want to go. Yeah. It depends on where you are in your journey. If you feel like
where you are in your journey
and how comfortable you think with yourself, how well you know yourself, this and that. If you want to go dabble, go ahead and dabble. That's your thing. But there's with me personally, coming from where I came from, just the environment, the culture was there was a high rate of substance abuse and things like that. So even within a life-saving program, they'll tell you, you know what? Yeah. If you made it out the mud, and you've been 5 years clean, or you're living a certain life that you're enjoying the principles of, you're reaping the fruits, you're enjoying the benefits. Yeah. Do I really need to go to the gutter?
No, you don't need. And the thing is, this is if I may, bro, on just what you just said right now, it's sometimes I feel like once you truly heal from the trauma of your life, you learn a lesson, you become a new person. But also at the same time, it opens up space for that same trauma to be healed in another, because your healing is complete and it can seep into another person. You know what I mean? And sometimes you have space for even the sinners. Like how Jesus said he came here for the sinners. He didn't come here for the people that got it figured out. So if you clearly had something with someone...
Back to church, Pastor.
Let's go, baby.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
It's been a while. Jesus said the right thing. And I happen to know a lot about what he said. He's my guy. He's my guy. No lie. I'm not religious, but he's my guy. I mess with JC, man.
You should hear him
Shout out.
object about
He
the
provides me some information here.
Like some of the stuff he says is deep, you know?
Right?
Yeah, it's
Some
very
teachings
deep.
are really deep.
Yeah. Me, I just pick what I like. You know what I mean?
I'll invite you for fellowship.
Yeah, you know, like I got this thing going on, but I'll check on my schedule. Just text me about it. No worries, we can go. I'll see where I
I'll
can
check
like.
with my secretary.
Yeah.
That is the
But
no.
Sundays are tough. Like Sundays are tough, and
Sundays
Saturdays too. They're tough.
That I know.
Yeah.
Because the
Very
other
tight.
stuff is over here.
No. I usually I host it's more of like
service.
it's a kids program. I like you know teach them how to like come into the world with confidence. It's a program I've been doing. Can I plug it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding. I don't have such a program.
I knew all this.
Yes, top notch.
But in the future, like it's already in my mind, so it's manifested. We talked
Those are
about
5
this.
minutes I'll never recover.
Like it is
That
5.
guy found like
Gone.
manifestation.
Those are minutes. Okay. Maybe
All right. Let's
that
keep
way.
it 100.
But also like in regards to the conversation we were previously having.
Yeah.
So I kind of see my life, kind of see like yourself or your life as a glass, right?
Yeah.
So your glass can be half full, you can be half empty.
Yeah.
If you go traveling with your homies, you're pretty much like full. So how much are you going to experience? How many people are you going to meet? If you go traveling by yourself and it's empty, you're just going to be meeting new people left, right, and center. So I think another thing is like, if something old has already left, I feel like there's so much new great shit coming for you in the future, especially when you're working on yourself, when you're on a certain path, when you're meditating, when you're manifesting or working whatever spiritual principles are yours, whether it's Jesus, whether it's Buddha, whether it's yourself, whether it's African spirituality. I feel like all of these are tuned in kind of like to the same frequency. And if you're dialed in, you're going to see results, right? So I'm just always so like, cautious, to be honest, is about worrying about filling my cup with some old lukewarm water that was already in there. I'm like, nah, there's something better coming on. But like in every situation, there's a person that if they send you that message, you're like, I fuck with this person. They fell off, but I got to check on them. So you'll do that,
so cool,
and your heart will let you know, and your intuition will let you know.
Exactly.
And then there's one where you're like, oh, nigga, we was literally in fucking hell together. Like, I'm not going back fucking there.
You don't want to check out
You
how
know what
I'm
I'm saying?
And you have a right
And
to
then
do
there's
so.
the
You
one
have a
where
right
you're
to do
like,
so.
oh,
Interactions with others is an invitation. It's not a must.
I think it's also like a very, very flexible situation. And at the end of the day, you just gotta follow your heart. Follow the steps. The part of the process you're in is also a really big part of it as well.
What if like some bitch took your heart like in fucking high school and you no longer have one?
I think.
Shout out to that girl that took my heart in high school. I hope you're married and happy.
I think what you trying to
time now.
I'm like, oh.
I think what you can control is yourself because you can act. There's a personality you have for a stranger. A personality you have for chasing. It's a personality you have for. Yeah, you do. Actually, it's natural. It's natural.
I feel like I might be schizophrenic at this point with all those personalities. Yeah.
Because it was in the line of.
But I think I get what you're saying. Like there's a way you are with different people.
Because when you're saying about the line you draw probably from previous friends that you have, like there's a way you interact with them that probably you don't like. So there's a way you
What is going on with you? That's another.
I ate a fly that was. What happened?
Another personality.
another personality.
That's my fly personality.
Just flew all the way. So yeah, like from phone best, like you're the one who control the kind of accessibility they have to you because you cannot control them. There's what they want and they're not.
You only control yourself.
It's the same as you. Like imagine you like there's a cheetah you're chasing.
Yeah.
As much as she wants.
I don't chase them, but you can.
Oh
make
no!
I've said example.
I don't.
Yes.
Sorry, girls. Yeah.
Example.
We're sticking with that.
We stick with that line.
No, we stick with
No.
We stick with mine.
Brother, you're one of us.
I don't
Don't
choose.
choose.
I don't choose. So,
It
but I'm
doesn't
saying,
work.
let's say Basi, for instance.
Say there's a Chile that you're in cahoots with.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what.
So, ain't nothing that she's gonna do that is gonna push you. Even people like you hear they have somebody on the but hey, I'm going relax.
Let's wait for the point.
Yeah. So I'm saying that push of like you don't care what they think about the same is the same method your friend is gonna use from but back then they wanna get access to you. So it's the way it's about the character that you have and how you're gonna respond to them. That's what gonna control you. How are they gonna access you? It's not about them. No matter what they do, like
Let
they don't
me
even give
get
them
this.
I
access.
think if I understand properly, you're saying that even if you were to invite them to your space, your character can still control how you're going to engage with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't necessarily matter whether they're still on a bad energy or not,
not. Yeah.
because your character will be able to handle them in a
fact,
way.
that's a question I was asking. If at that time you're independent, you're no longer dependent on how they will control you. It's about you because you've grown so much, you worked so much on yourself. You know how you want to now be, like, please the way wrong. If you come to my space, you will not, especially if you are the the past ways that I got
Not
people.
learn anew.
There's no way I'm gonna get it.
And I think we're all saying the same thing. What I think you were saying, if I may, what I think you was actually trying to express is, and I respect that. You don't come to a place of healing like this.
Yeah.
If
It's a journey.
if that trigger comes in while you're doing your healing and you haven't healed those wounds yet to where they're no longer there, you are definitely very much supposed to not engage because you're taking care of your own desires and your own mental
Personally, like, let me speak on that. I personally have a handful of friends that have died from that exact reason. Like, I've seen people that I went to school with, people that I worked with, people that I had friendships with for decades go to sleep and not wake up because they tempted that fate. And yeah, if you're Mr. Strongman, you can handle it. That's cool. But you can even like I said, this is just dealing with the personal background I came from, living in Dallas, Texas for like a good period of time when I left Kenya, and then coming back. But Dallas, Texas has a culture. It's a very big drug culture, music culture, all these things. So like I've literally seen people do that and then never seen them again, and gotten that phone call like he just couldn't stay away from the place he was doing good. He was doing good. That's not cool. So like I think for me it takes a little bit deeper tone in some of those things. And like yeah, I've been on this path and been doing good before. And then I let those people in. And then I fell again.
Don't do that. Don't
I
do
fell
that.
again.
So
bro.
you like it's from like you understanding yourself.
I'm
and
like,
pushing yourself.
I'm like, and for me, like scarcity, making myself scarce and like choosing who I have around me. It's not about being arrogant. It's not about, even if it may come off like that sometimes, it's not about that.
It may come off,
But I've done a
especially
lot
to
of
those
work
people.
to get here.
Yeah.
And I've cried a lot of nights. And I've slept on a lot of like jail room floors. And I've done a lot of fucking shit that just makes me believe that where I am today is not something worth the roll of the dice.
Damn.
And like I've done so much work to get where I wanted to be. And this is where I pictured.
Yeah.
2016. How long is that? That's
Like
8 years ago.
years.
I was in Dallas County Jail, and I woke up in that bitch, and I was getting ready to go to a more lengthy sentence. And I had been doing this in and out for like a decade or so, and it just got to a point where I was like, man, I want the quality of my life to get better.
Deep, bro.
I can't just be in here.
Thank you for sharing.
I can't be shrugging this shit off every day.
Yeah.
I can't get out and fuck off. The family's looking at me like this, like, hey, we got you, but damn, you're gonna have to get yourself at some point. So when I look into my mom's eyes and the age she has right now, and I look at the people that I love who have passed, who are in support of me, and I look at my ancestors who I know want to see me through, my shosho, my babu, everything. Like at the end of the day, I just value where I'm at so much right now that I'm just not in a position.
Yeah.
I'm not in that position.
Bro, you continue your journey, man. You're on a journey and you're still on it, so you keep on that, no?
Yeah.
And I think
Positivity, I
you
love
have
that, yeah.
spoken to somebody who probably is that kind of journey. And then they keep feeling like maybe if I ignore my friends, they're gonna find me arrogant or rude.
I've seen people
Nah, you stay on your journey, man.
Yeah.
So,
And I like your tattoo.
Regardless of the
just
outside, you
first tattoo
which is
I got.
weird. He
And
does
I
not
said-
judge you, imagine.
You also doesn't judge you.
What if you
I
guys
like
found out
that.
like God doesn't even care what you do?
I think I kind of feel like God is more of like a collective consciousness and everything on this earth from the tree to us to the animals. I don't think like God is like somebody who sits up there and he's like, I love you.
Watch for 50 wars. Oh, wow.
And I'm giving you free will.
That sounds like the God in the Bible. Like Old Testament type shit.
Like,
Hey, that one was tough.
If we came here to Africa 200 or 300 years ago,
He was even like tough on the
looking at our
cuisine.
ancestors,
It was like,
they
don't eat certain
living on a
things.
different set of
Yeah, you don't know the
spiritual
God of the Old
principles
Testament, you.
that didn't have
You
to
guys
do
haven't read
with
the Bible yet. Oh,
a
sorry.
God, a white, a brown, whatever God
Yeah,
telling
because when
you
you
what
think
to
about
do.
the African way back in the days, how they used to do it, and I mean, they
Used to do
lived.
what particularly?
Like they never had that.
We had our spirituality.
We had like
set up.
tikis, you know, like tikis and stuff.
And-
Just
and-
dances around the
We
fire.
had the Great Walls. We had the Great Walls of Benin.
Is it not the picture of
which
African
was
religion?
actually larger than the Great Wall of China. We had kingdoms here, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Do you think
Don't
Mansa
that.
Musa had like religion? Oh, he was a Muslim now, wasn't he?
That nigga had money though.
You know Mansa
Nigga had
Musa, right?
money. They said wherever he passed
Mansa
through,
Musa is top us for black men
He's the
over the
richest
world.
man.
Top
He
notch
was the richest
nigga.
man.
The
The
richest.
richest man ever existed.
Black man from Africa.
He would travel and give
Yeah.
people gold.
Yeah, he
You know?
destabilized the whole country's
Economy.
economy because he left so much gold and gave them. But he
Yeah.
spent nothing because it was
Meant
just
that,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Like
what
in-
I
some
usually
money.
find
Exactamundo, yeah.
is our history is hidden, and they want you to believe in the HUD. So they want us to believe that our ancestors weren't doing shit here. But the Romans came here to learn. All the white people came here to learn. Alexandria, you go to Sudan, there's a beautiful history. You go to Zimbabwe, there's ancient megalithic ruins. People were doing shit here 20,000 years
Can
ago.
I ask you something though?
That,
Do you buy into the whole black, white, like racial kind of differences in people and how they look at themselves and how they identify? Not really. I don't really give a shit too much. I mean, I know about it, but I don't.
I definitely know.
Really care. I even see myself as a black man.
I definitely see.
I just see myself as a
You
man.
know, it never hit
Yeah.
me. Let me tell you.
So-
it never occurred to me that I'm black until I was in a situation where I was the only black person.
That's what I was gonna
that's-
say. That's what
me
I was
too.
gonna say.
And
Me
that
too.
Now, if
happened.
you're in the middle of Texas,
Yeah.
if you're in the middle of Texas, far late at night, and it's clearly a country honky bar, and like there's a bunch of country people in there getting drunk, and you walk in there with your homie. There's 20 white boys, and you and your couple of homies niggas walk in there, and so. If 5 white boys jump out, or even if it's a nigga that you didn't know, he was just sitting on the other side, and y'all are the other 2 niggas in there. If they start getting jumped by those white boys, you don't see that color.
I mean, American culture has a different connotation. You know, I mean, I feel like it represents differently. Like, for example, if you're the only black person in Texas, for God's sake, and then you're a bunch of like say cowboys or something somewhere in the deeper
That
parts,
motherfucking Chinese, I
you will feel it because it's such a prevalent thing in the American culture. Now, here on the other hand, it's there only in a different way.
Yeah.
Over there, it's more tension.
Yeah.
You know, here it's more like, oh, they got money, and that's the separation. The way they look at you is the perspective that separates how they look at another person. Because a black person might walk in with the same amount of money as a white person, but some person sitting on the side will automatically assume
The white person.
the white person has to be a bigger deal than the black person. So that's a form of how.
Also, that's the difference.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
But I guess people still have that.
Yeah.
But it just manifests differently. Like over there, it might be tension. It might be maybe the white guy's thinking, "Oh shit, we might have some trouble today because the black guy's pulled up." You know,
I probably would try to lie and say I don't, but I think I do because I've been in places where that shit mattered, and it really does matter.
How did that make you
And,
feel?
I mean, being in a place like. When I came back to Africa, what I learned so much about Africa when I came back is when I landed, I felt like a king. I felt like I was home. I felt
You know,
this is my place. The food,
no, it's
the
gonna look
language,
at you
the people.
different.
And
Yeah.
going over there and staying in the States for like 20 years, it's just it's just a different.
Are you
type
telling
of
me for all those years you
social
never kind of felt
Was it like a culture
Oh.
shock coming back?
Because like I mean, okay, when you travel as a child, you're able to.
to
you're able
match
to-
in?
Very easy.
How young
So I
were you
felt
when
like
you
I
went to the
was
States, by the
always-
way? How
Yeah,
old were you?
I was about 8, about 9.
So you're really young.
Yeah.
And very impressionable at the time.
But like I said, kids chameleon. So I felt like I was somewhat accepted by everybody because I could chameleon, but I was
But
not fully
somehow you were
accepted
not.
by anybody.
Mine was
You know what I mean?
different. I was not accepted
How
when I
old
first
were you?
went. But I was older though. I was 18. I
Okay,
was in
you
college.
honest.
Yeah. And it was so immediate how much different I knew I was from even the
Like
other black
immediately you
kids.
could tell the difference.
Yeah, because let me tell you a funny story. So I pull up, before I went to the States, I'm going to say I'm happy. My mom took me shopping, bought some FUBUs or something.
Oh,
I remember, some FUBUs were like red and like had some writing on it. And to me, I thought those were the coolest shoes I had ever bought, ever. You know, I was like, I'm going to take these to the States, you know, I'm going to rock with these.
Yeah.
And then, so I go to college, yeah. My first day, my roommate is this dude from New Orleans or something. Very gangster dude. Like, I can barely even hear when he talks to me. He has such a really deep accent, yeah? But the first thing he tells me is, those ain't gonna work, bro.
The coolest shoes.
Yeah, they're the coolest. My confidence just sank.
From a time
I came from on top of the world to like, so what works then? So he just asked me, do you have some money? I said, I was given $100 of pocket money. He's like, I'm gonna take you to the Nike store. We're gonna get you, you know, like an Air Force or something. You could chill on that. And then, you know, that was like my first time of like feeling the difference between like what I thought was cool. And mind you, I was a really cool person when I was in Kenya.
Oh, let me tell you something. Me and my coolness, I was in my 20s and I traveled. And that's why I say the only time I felt different was when I was in the midst of people.
What country were you in?
In Finland, and that's even worse.
Oh, that's even a lot more white people. Are there black people there?
And listen, these
I'm
people,
curious.
we went to a
One in every
town.
1,000, probably.
We went to a
But
town.
there's only like 3,000 people, so that's like 3 black people.
Let me tell you, their population is like Nairobi. They're
Don't
like
quote
5
me,
million.
I know me, but I'm in Finland.
Yeah.
It's
And let me tell you,
3,000
there's a town we visited that these people had never seen. Most of them had never seen a black person in real life. Like they were literally.
Were they like,
You were the attraction.
And you know,
and then you go to a museum on top of that, you become a statue, and you're just walking around. Can you imagine going to the museum in Finland and then you find yourself as another attraction as you walk along with the rest?
Let me tell you, as funny as that sounds,
That kind of like went over your head. Huh?
It
Did
kind
you
of
get what?
messed me up.
I think it messed you up a little.
Yeah,
No. Honestly, for me, it messed me up a bit. But
no, what messed
maybe
me up is when a couple came and tossed a coin to us. We were just chilling in the girl from Zambia.
just tossed it to
They
me.
did.
Like on some peasant shit.
And
Like,
it was
have that.
them. And they held it together like this. This is a babe and this is a
Oh
guy.
my
So they held
God.
the coin together, tossed it, and they laughed, looked at us, laughed, and walked away.
It wasn't even $1. You know, at least $1, they
let me
probably
tell
watched
you the worst
that ad for like
experience.
$1 to help a
The
child
worst
in Africa.
experience is when you're walking in the
That's
stores
dark.
and the dogs see you, the dogs are walking and they start barking at you.
The dogs were racist.
The dogs.
Racist dogs.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you guys, my guy. Let me tell you.
Deep.
This
That should be the title.
I gotta go to
Racist
Finland
dogs.
myself. I hear the dogs.
No, Finland is an amazing country. I
Next
would
episode, we're
definitely
gonna be
go
in Finland
there.
doing a documentary about the racist dogs that we've heard about. Quite a phenomenon. They're taking over the world. No one knows about it.
Finland is an amazing country. I'm definitely gonna come back there. But it's been a 1 hour amazing conversations and just indulging into all the diversity.
If you're from Finland, comment section. Tell us about those dogs.
Oh
Yeah?
Lord, I'm supposed to.
Especially if you're black from Finland.
If you're black from Finland,
Yeah, tell us like, you know, we need more.
Lucky to get that.
But that was in 2013. Let me just hope things are better now. And I know most people have started now, getting it there.
Oh, no. I think they're better now because that was before the Black Lives Matter movement, which was so phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Anyway, wow, you guys. Wasn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's only we're done. We're not done yet.
Well, I'm just looking at my
have
camera.
more
Like,
to
this is
say.
a whole freaking
I'm a little
hour.
faded.
We've had some interesting conversations.
We did.
We've
we
had
did.
I
some
have a question
debates.
I want to ask y'all.
Shoot.
Alright. So, like, there's one thing that you had said you want to talk about that I don't know if we kind of put it into context. Like, you had asked about the law of attraction and how it can play into relationships. But I feel like maybe something we could discuss and see how we go about it is like, how do you exercise the law of attraction to either find yourself not even find yourself, that sounds so random, like to manifest the relationship you want, and also how do you use the law of attraction to keep manifesting a good relationship with the person that you might already be in? Because I think those are the two things when it comes to relationship that people are kind of on. Either you're looking for it or you're in it, and you're trying to make it
You don't
work.
have to drop this
Yeah,
person.
you know what I
can
mean?
work on it.
Yeah, and I think you don't have to drop people. Like that's one thing I believe. I feel like maybe it's because I've lived a long life. Well,
How
I'm
old
not
are
that
you?
old. I mean,
Oh, come on.
I'm not that old.
How old are you?
I'm 34 years old.
Mm.
Yeah, but I
You got
feel
some
like I've
experience,
seen
Make
a
sure you
lot.
put that
and-
to back.
Hey, that's at least
I'm
3
putting
decades.
up black.
That is
Yeah.
like 3 and a half.
You know what I'm saying?
3 and a half.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
fair.
Hey, man.
How old are you?
I'm gonna try. What's
I'm
the
about
word?
to hit that. I'm about to hit that 4-0.
Yeah, right. Stop
39
lying.
years old.
Oh,
For real?
Don't tell me I look 25 though.
Oh, for real?
He's starting to get the feel.
I'm gonna take it.
He's starting to get conscious of that fool.
People ask me, and they're like,
You're
"What's
for real,
up?"
39?
Yeah, I'm 39. I tell them I stay away from the doctor. Stay away from the doctor. Self-medicate. You know you. You know what you need.
Yeah.
And if you're over 18 in a country that allows it, smoke marijuana will help you relax.
There you go. There you go. Let's have.
Wow, let me tell you guys, we're definitely gonna have another one and just continue with the conversation. Or just, it does
Is it
many
over now?
other. It has to be over now. It has to
Can we answer this one question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr.
Are you
Questionnaire.
single, or are you in
Are you
in
applied?
something with
Have
someone
something?
right now?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I thought you
Which
had
is which?
something.
I'm a single nigga.
Single.
All the way.
How about you, Miss?
Single.
How about you,
I
bro?
love
I'm in a
it.
relationship.
How long have you been in this now?
I'd say about like 6 months, 7 months.
Oh.
Okay. So I would say that it's safe to say that we're all avid practitioners.
Mm-hmm. Wait, are you single or what?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Where you at?
I'm single.
I'm sure there's no girl out there. Oh my God.
I'm single. Shout out to all the homegirls. I love you nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
Yeah, but
You'll tell them, don't focus that I say that single.
yeah.
Focus
No,
on-
I won't tell them
I'm able
that
to
shit. They know
control
how it
the
is.
things in my life.
Daddy put it down.
Tell it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's another topic. But I even lost my train of thought. I was talking about so you're in a relationship, you're single, I'm single, and we all practice the law of attraction.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that.
how are you doing it now, or how much you apply the law of attraction in according to how you see it in manifesting the kind of relationship that you can cherish and love and be excited about? Like, is that something that you think about, or are you in a place where you don't even want to think about a relationship, so you're not even using the law of attraction towards that endeavor?
Personally, I definitely do think about it a lot.
You do?
And what I decided to do is before I start thinking, the person will start now putting down this in my mind. Can I look at myself first and work on a few things I felt like were kind of making me, like go off the line when I'm in a relationship, right? There are a few things I need to work. Have you been in a relationship with me?
Am I in a
No,
relationship? What's up?
Oh, you're single. Don't
What's
forget.
up, Ms. Moon?
Nah, I'm not
You know I'm single
I
now.
don't know.
But I hear it, girl. No,
So now moving forward. So yes, I have looked up at myself, and then so where I am right now. Do I want to be in a relationship right now? Not really. However, I think we had this conversation with you another time. So, however, I am beginning to attract the thoughts of what kind of person I would want.
Can you tell us those thoughts of
Right now, though, that's another whole podcast.
Nah, just keep it short. We're at the end now.
Keep it short, shorty.
Yeah. Oh, she's blushing.
You got her. You got her.
Can you highlight that? She's blushing. Look at her face. Tell us.
Let's continue.
She didn't even answer the question though.
You asked me if I do
No,
apply
like,
the law.
what kind of man you trying to like? For those people who might be like, you have fans out there. Maybe your future lovers out there, and he's trying to like work on those exact things.
Remember?
No, later, not right now. Just tell him what he needs to work on. So he needs to be like,
Now listen, I definitely
Yeah.
need someone who is really open-minded and
Open-minded.
also manifesting in your life, and you understand the law of attraction as well.
don't be a fucking dumbo. Know about the law of attraction. Number 2, let's
Number
go.
2. Oh, definitely someone with dreams and working a lot of
Dream on,
future.
young player. Dream on.
No, that list.
Yeah, we're on that list. We got
on
3
that
right now.
list, yeah.
Yeah, you should be writing this if you think
No.
Miss Bomb is bomb.
Please write this down. I come.
If you think it's a boom is booming, write this shit down.
I come as a package, yo. I'm a mom. You better love
Give
me
us 2
and
more.
my
2
whole
more.
clan.
And love moms.
Yeah.
MILF crew.
Gang.
The rest, when they slide in my DM, I'ma tell them.
Alright, there you go. You have it right here first.
My
You are
when you got me sweating.
All right, my brother, you tell us.
He's put you on the spot.
Just a little bit, man.
Thank you. She dodges those bullets.
She does,
every
man. I
time.
swear she was Mayweather on that
I've
bitch.
gotten my medicine.
Only like one job
Man,
landed.
man, like, she slays me in the podcast, man. Like, you can't even shoot back. Now you got her in her position. That's just too Oh,
Yes.
What about you,
for
man?
me, the kind of
He never loves.
Oh, is that
I
the
just
case?
frustrate.
yeah.
I was so
Hey.
oh,
You like me? I mean, I love though. It's just I love in a very different way.
Me, I think for me, the kind of love I feel it like we have to define it between me and you. I don't like generalize it.
What kind of girl would you want to have if you were to love her?
For me, I don't think I'm behind that shit. I don't think I'm looking.
You don't think about it.
I don't think I'm looking for. I'm not even looking for anyone. I think
You
I'm
just
looking
want
for.
to squeeze with a weekend. Nothing serious.
no mama.
Send you.
Then life goes.
Mama, Zama.
Please come to
You bet.
07.
Ah,
You bet. You got connection. Plug me in.
To all
We can
our
do business.
wonderful milfs out there.
You know
Hopefully
the
with
brand
financial
Alpha.
resources
Ben Alpha
for the young boy.
Yes.
Been doing this
Pull
for
up,
the
pull up,
longest,
pull up.
please.
Yeah.
It's a healing clinic inside here. You have a damaged husband, boyfriend.
Oh my God, he's so toxic. I can feel it.
Unasema side man service.
I can fucking feel it.
SMS.
Side man
It
service.
is a bad. Oh yeah.
Alpha, baby.
I'm preaching that t-shirt. SMS.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Seu SOS.
SMS.
Seu SOS.
Oh, SMS.
SOS to you.
Send him an SMS.
Crazy.
So yeah, that's what I meant. To me, I don't think I'm looking into like that woman coming into my life.
It's still so young.
Would you ever care about that in the future if you like look at yourself like melon? No, like when you're like say you're young now, but like say if you're like when you're like maybe in your 40s or something, do you think you would ever like care to settle down with a woman or it's like whatever? Whatever. Right?
Life moves on. Either you have a woman, like
How about you close the
I
picture
think
together?
I don't have this mentality of like there's a peace coming with a woman. I think you have to provide the peace first. Like when you come, you're coming to you're coming for me to a space. So if it's not a house you can live in, I don't think you're gonna be there. So if my house is so good, then you ain't gonna leave. So, but I'm not telling you, if this is not your permanent house, you're gonna like any time. So that's what I
Pronto, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't doing another day. That's from last night.
Yeah, like I said,
You are irreplaceable.
Yeah. No,
I'm a drug. You can't have me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can't have me.
Oh, you
but
drug
can
addicts.
access me.
Drug short term.
Yeah, you can access me. So you need to keep coming for more. You keep getting high.
I think for me,
That's going
I
there.
think for
Yeah.
me personally, yeah, I'm in a relationship. And like when I first came to Diani, I was kind of done with that whole situation. I was like, let me find myself.
Yeah.
Let me figure myself out. Let me work on myself. I feel like so basically, I feel like I was more busy working on myself and doing my thing. And something came along. She came along. She's high character. She's trustworthy. I don't. Yes. And
What's
those
her
are
name
like
again?
two.
Who's
Sarah.
name?
Wasn't Sarah tracking that?
Oh,
some
no,
boy
Cam.
Anyway,
Joke.
she's high character. She's trustworthy.
That was another Sarah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. This nigga right here. I
was
like
just
that
joking.
setup. I like that setup. But I feel like I said, if you work on yourself, you're good, and you're gonna find what you're looking for. You're gonna attract what you are.
Yeah, because
So
you
just
work
on yourself. If you're looking for money gonna be running the fuck away from you.
Soon.
If you're looking for a relationship, the toxic motherfucker
single,
gonna pop up.
If you're
in
looking
front of
for
you.
weed
If
though,
you're
your
looking for
plug
that.
is available.
So I feel
Kinda
like
weird
you
how that
just gotta
works.
take it as it comes and exhibit what you want to be. I have a lot to work on in myself as well. I'm far from perfect, but if you're willing to put in the work, I feel like you're willing to bear the fruits.
Parting shot.
Yeah,
Tell us
sure.
something.
SOS.
Oh yeah, party shot. Like in regards to like the same question, I suppose. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, now you
I
are
like
gone.
the way the questionnaire. That's the
It's
answer.
Yeah.
like I didn't think about it. You know, I was just listening to you guys the whole time.
He was
But
ready to shoot us, but for himself, he had
it's quite simple for me. I think it's like I'm doing what I'm doing, you know, and I love what I'm doing. Like I love my space. I love what my challenges that I'm having right now as I overcome them, as I build myself, and that's cool. It's exciting enough for me. As far as a partner, you know, like to love and to hold forever. I don't necessarily know if I even believe in that, but you know, a partner for at whatever time in my life that vibrates on the same vibration as me. If I'm to tell you who that is in the way that I might want to manifest it, I would say it has to be a powerful manifester, which comes back to me. I respect people from the way they can carry themselves based on their own ideas. I don't judge them from the world's ideas. That's why, for me, it's very valuable to know what have you put forth in your own life that you've achieved and you're happy about for you, because that's your power, And if you're out there, keep manifesting, keep doing you, and then just someone with like a kind heart, loving, open, willing to explore the world without having too many rigid beliefs, but to remain rooted in the truth of your experience and the joy of finding out new things, to always forever remain, to find newness in the same old thing, because it can get crazy, right? Yeah, but just someone who's like easygoing, but aware, Yeah, that's about it. I don't really want to.
I mean, the very first, just tell us where we can find the music or the social.
SOS album, Growth and Development, 10 tracks on there for you. YouTube, Spotify, Tidal, Apple, iTunes, all streaming services.
So just type SOS?
Just type in SOS and topic, and then it should pop up. Go ahead, subscribe, jam it, share it, enjoy it, and we got some new stuff coming.
Oh, and congratulations on the
I appreciate
Growth and Development.
I appreciate
amazing,
it. Yes.
Amazing.
It's like
it's already out or coming?
It's already out.
Out.
Yeah. So I dropped it about a month ago. Like I said, some of the music was from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I put that together with a couple of new tracks I put together, showing the growth and development in my sound, in my feel.
It's basically just growth and development.
I'm gonna go bump that tonight, man. Like,
amazing.
Yeah.
I really love that. Yeah, pick up yourself, man, and amazing job you're doing, and looking forward to the next job that you're doing, the next project.
Most definitely.
Very first, where do you find your music?
You can find me at Leeq Skyy. That's LEEQ literally everywhere. Social media, digital distribution, Apple, Spotify, the whole nine. I got a ton of music on there already. I got some new stuff coming for you. May 10th, we got a new track coming out called Katamaji. Yes, it's gonna be a vibe. And then we also got the EP coming out later this year in June. It's called It's a Mutual Feeling, featuring me and my boy Johnny Mills. That's gonna be a 5-track EP. It's mostly gonna be for the ladies, but guys go where the ladies are. So see you in the club, I guess. But yeah, and we'll come back again when we release the EP.
Definitely, yeah. Let's even
maybe even do a live on
we
down.
It's all good.
And Alpha, don't forget to check out his music.
Yeah,
and discover his
for sure.
I released it last year on August, but it aired. It has some new issues, so it aired for September. So, but it's out there. It's have 14 tracks. Then have like what's it called?
Undiscovered.
And your artist name?
Ben Alpha.
Ben Alpha.
To be honest, I love the platform that y'all are putting out.
Thank you.
Like I was telling you, I feel like it's a heartbeat to what's going on in Diani. Come check us out. Soul Breeze, Thursday nights. Karaoke vibes.
Yeah.
Karaoke vibes.
Stand up. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, anybody from Nairobi, if you're in Diani, Miss Boom is the karaoke club. If you love to sing your ass off, pull up.
Chill.
Pull up on Instagram.
This has been the what?
The Legally Blonde.
Legally Bold.
Legally Bold.
Legally Bold. Miss Boom. Ben Alpha. My niggas.
Yeah, Leeq Skyy. You already know. And
thank you so much. See you next time. It's been amazing.
We out.
Adios. Kaboom.
Apple.
Yeah.
Nice.
Apple.